What is up, guys and gals, finessers and finessettes? It is little old me, Boat Game Johnny Utah. Now, today we have some guest footage from our friend Jarhead. You know him. He has the Wednesday slot from now on the stream. So, this will be coming out later tonight. You know, you may want to stop by tomorrow night, 7 to 9. Check him out. He works magic with battleships, folks. And this particular footage is no accident. You know, he and I were talking about the guys now the other day and how, you know, crunchy and shooty and killy and it is. And he says, hey, Bull, I really got this awesome clip. You got to check it out. I watched it. I said, oh, my God, I'm going to serve that. Because I too am on the guys now. However, I don't, you know, manage to do this type of finessery on it. Now, that being said, before I go into this video in depth, the turtleback armor as of yet is not happening. So, you know, your German ships are going to tend to be a little bit squishier than they're supposed to be. So, you know, just keep that in mind. I'm not necessarily sure what they need to do, what they need to model, collision files, whatever. Either way, not my concern. Moving on. Now, as you can see here, top of the map there, guys, top of the board, we've got 2 down for the enemies. We have 1 down for the friendlies. We've got a wall of skill hidden us there. Split them perfectly. Excellent work there. You know, and that's the way you want to take torps, guys, if you can absolutely help it. You want to make sure you can split them, because if you take it broadside, you're not going to have a good time. And a lot of times, you know, if you see them in advanced broadside, you can start turning. But, you know, if you don't get enough warning, you're not necessarily going to turn fast enough. You might take a couple / all. But, you know, it's neither here nor there, just a little bit of advice in the lull of the murder. Once again, going up top, 2 down for the friendlies, 2 down for the bad guys. We're moving on here. Going to try to bend this corner here, see if we can't lay some hatred on this gentleman over here to our 12 o'clock. Kind of have to navigate an island, but at the same time, you know, recently I have been very wary anytime you kind of have to ease around an island, because you never know if there's going to be torps waiting on you. It seems like everything nowadays throws torps. Now, as you can see here, Jarhead immediately cut his power. He must have been thinking the same thing I was thinking. He's throwing some HE there, immediately sets the poor guy on fire. And he's got AP loaded back in the pit. Looks like we had HE earlier from that little DD kind of incursion, if you will. I'm going to try to put some more rounds on this gentleman here. He's backing up. He is not a fan of this action. Let's see if we can't target him. Looks like it's probably going to hit him about amidships. Targeting the back at the range he's moving. Not a whole lot going on there. We touched him. We didn't do a whole lot of damage. Now, guys, one thing I do need to mention, you know, you go out there here in the Bismarck, and I hear a lot of guys, the secondary's picking up there, a lot of guys are saying, you know, the Bismarck just doesn't have the alpha, the Iowa. Yeah, that's true. It's not going to have the punch or the killing power of the Iowa. But, you know, what you get instead of that is a crunchier ship. You're not going to, you know, have as much punch, but you are going to be crunchy. In addition to having all the secondaries. So keep that in mind, folks. Don't just write it out of hand. And you know, the Gneiss now is built for bow tanking, which is exactly what we're doing here. I mean, he is running up here against both these guys. He's getting in range to make sure both of his secondaries pick up. And I'm just kind of eager to see how this plays out, you know, because spoiler alert, I've watched it before, but you know, wow, we gave that gentleman right there a really tough shot on his side, and you know, it's perfect timing because he is getting the torpedo juice just rammed out of him. You know, that whole flight of torps right there just kind of went up in him. Gonna see if we can't target this other gentleman here, but sometimes, man, it is really difficult to see amidst all the splashes from the secondaries. Going right above the guns there into the superstructure. We're going to kind of try to turn, hit him with the torps, I mean, this is point blank. I'm surprised they're even going to arm. Wow, look at that. That is literally dropping the kids off at the pole. That is hand delivering torpedoes. How he knew that he wasn't going to take any return torpedoes fire, I don't know. Or maybe he just said, I don't have a whole lot of options. That's what I got to do. I got to get in there and give it a shot. Look at the ribbons, folks. Is there any way we could get more ribbons on the top right part of the screen? Going to the top of the map board there. Why do I always say map? I don't know. 5 down for the enemies, 2 down for the friendlies. The needle on the friendly meter has not moved whatsoever. Lots of bad guys hitting the deck, though, literally. So always a good thing for us. We do like to make the murder. Moving on, easing around the corner here. Dee Dee has eyes on us. This we know. This is nothing special. In addition to this gentleman over here, we don't necessarily want to, you know, get in an area where we can't necessarily maneuver, because then that's kind of like a Dee Dee driver's dream. You know, especially you guys see me torp people who are like running next to islands, because you know their only chance is they can turn into them. That's it. They can't turn out. Anyway, we're having fun. Putting some rounds right here, trying to get in this gentleman's superstructure, damage one of his guns, which is a good look, because you know a lot of times that's going to be 50% of your firepower on the front. Jarhead's going to try to pull this Finessery again. Let's see if he can do it. He is dropping those bad boys off at the pole. Look at that. Dropping the kids off at the pole. Point blank. Bam. I mean, you know, it looks like some of them almost went under the ship. I don't know. Either way, this guy right here is getting dragged through the mud. Oh my God. He is going to hit him on the flippy flop. That sneaky, sneaky bastage. That is top-notch Finessery. That is all you could call it. Top-notch Finessery. Wow. I am impressed. That is awesome. I really enjoyed that. That was really, really great. Top-notch Finessery there. Top marks. I love it. Gentlemen right here, broadside to our almost 12 o'clock there, probably about 11 if you will, getting some secondary hits. Once again, T goes to the torpedoes. Jarhead, I think, honestly, bud, you may be in the wrong ship. Maybe you're a DD guy at heart, I don't know. Getting a lot of secondary hits. They're going to try to line up the torps here. Especially while the while they're reloading. See if we can't. Oh, and we go ahead and we throw a set down. See what we can do there with that. We do have multiple deck fires. Actually, we have many deck fires. We decided to use the kit there. And once again, he's going for the backdoor Finessery there. I don't know if they're going to be loaded by then, but you know what? Doesn't matter. And you know what, guys? With all these secondaries, you can have this time to look and see and mess with your torps and whatnot versus, you know, doing all this and fighting for your life and everything. He is literally taking on everyone on the map. I mean, look at the secondaries. There is so much hatred flying through the air. It's befuddling. I'm really at a loss. There was just so many rounds flying through the air, and gosh, it was a work of art. But yeah, there's so much tanking involved in this. I'm struggling to find the vernacular. Wow. That was pretty darn awesome. Ended up getting a high caliber. Really let him have it. 143,000 damage. Amazing game. Guys, go down to the description box, World of Warships Peeps, and go check out Jarhead's channel. See you next time.